ready to work in my 2017 Composite Art Journal again today, and I am going to work on a Joggles prompt. There is a link to the Joggles channel and a link to the Joggles Art Journal Adventures Facebook group in the description box below. This was for prompt 8. The prompt was time, and I used the song Turn, 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 which had verses from Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 8, about a time for everything and a purpose for everything under heaven. So I'm going to work on prompt 9. Now prompt 9 is transform the edge of your paper. I have these cut ends from when I worked on my 2016 Holiday Art Journal. I shortened the paper to fit into the book that I was going to use as the journal, and I have these cut ends, and I didn't want to throw them away. So I'm going to use these to transform the edge of this. I am going to leave the backing on it, but I'm going to use this to transform this side of the paper. I'm also going to use these strips on this side of the paper. I want a white wood vintage feel, like an old fence post, and these will be lattice. I want it to have white with blue and gray wood tones in there. So that's what I'm going to do with a page. When I work on this, I'm going to use some vintage photos, probably not all of these, but some of them, and I'm going to use these vintage handkerchiefs. Aren't they cool? At the end of the project, I will come back and talk about the finished page. It has been a couple days since I've worked on this page, and I had a different stitch in here and I did not like it, so I took it all out and put in this stitch, which I like a lot better. So what I'm going to do next, I was playing around with how I was going to put these hankies on the page, and I decided that I'm going to use this one as a background. I'm not going to press it out. I kind of like the star fold in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've been working with the strips here that I really like how they turned out. They look like weathered wood. Now, I have it in a weave shape here, but it's going to be in a lattice shape when I put it on my page. I just scrunched them all together because I want to keep track of how they're put in there. So I'll put it this way, and then I'll separate them out and attach it down. I'm going to get working on it, and when I'm finished, I will come back and talk about it. am going to call this finished. I am really happy with it. Now, the prompt for this was to transform an edge on the page, and I kept the very edge of it straight, but I transformed it by putting a piece here with the insertion stitch with needlework. And I really do like that. And then I painted a weathered wood and made a lattice in the background and used these vintage hankies, which I think are really pretty here, and some old photographs. And these are the originals of the photographs, except for this one here, which is a Tim Holtz sticker. These are painted flowers that I made with the Jenny Belly's birthday bash. I just had a couple left over, but I do like those big white and black tissue flowers. So this reminds me of perhaps some lady's vintage wall or dressing table above her dresser where she would put family photos and maybe hang some hankies, have a couple flowers in there, have a dresser scarf going down this way, or a curtain or something to that effect. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It took me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with it, but in the end, I'm really happy with it. It will make a really nice page in my 2017 Composite Art Journal. I will see you on the next page.